Hi guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. We are doing a preview show, game after game. This time it's West Ham at the Olympic Stadium, or what they call it now, Mr. B. What's the stadium called? London Stadium, sorry. Where the Olympics of 2012 were held, and now it's been converted to West Ham Stadium. So yeah, settle down, guys. Get your mugs out, full of tea, and let's get going. Mr. B, long time no see. With Ryan's, but I will be seeing a lot of you this weekend, won't I?
Oh yes, and yes. We will be running past those Cop Talk boys on Sunday, giving off our 45 minute. You know, I'm so looking forward to it. I really am. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to running past Artie.
Are you looking forward to it? Because I think with games like this, because there's so much on the line, pride and banter, everything else. Are you in a position? Do you play in a position of responsibility? Because I don't think you'll be looking forward to it if you're like a defender, for example, because then you're likely to make a mistake. A bit like Harry Maguire. This is why I think I endorse defenders. They get more pressure, don't they? I think you play up front and you play a number 10 role, or you like.
Oh no! I tell you what, I am not a number 10. I've been played this season. My younger brother will vouch for me. I have been shit.
So what position do you play?
I want to play on the bench. To be fair, I want to play on the bench. No, you know what? I'll play new. I don't mind, man. I'll go out there and play anyway, man. If I can, it's a 45-minute game. If I can do 20 minutes, then I'll be more than happy to do 20 minutes. But whether I don't want to be honestly, I don't want to play at the back. I really don't want to play at the back.
You know what I mean? It's like if you're playing at the back, there's pressure. Because I don't want to be the one that makes the mistake that gets beat or something.
Do you know what? I mean,
he twists me up and nuts me. I will never hear the end of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's been televised as well. It's been booked. So, yeah, I don't want to be the one in positions of responsibility.
I'm not bothered, to be fair. I just want 45 minutes. We get the jokes out the way, and then we can just sit down and chat. As I said, it's a lot of them we haven't seen face to face in ages. You know what I mean? So it's going to be good for a catch up as well. But yeah, I am really looking forward to it.
I'm just going to go through a few comments. Just for those that don't know, we've got a big game this weekend. This is the Man United Agenda. We're playing Cop Talks TV. That's our sister channel, obviously a Liverpool channel. And it's been building up nicely for the last few weeks and months. And finally, we're getting our 45 minutes against them. And it's going to be war. We're going to war. So wish us luck, guys. And we will be posting any kind of footage or anything like that on Twitter or sort of social media. And Mr. B and myself are really going to try our best to represent, as old as we are. We're going to do our best out there. Do you want to go for some comments? Jeff, how you doing? He's asked us an opening question, which we will come back to any second now. He's saying, would you take Gerard Bowen at United? Strong, physical player, good finisher, and complete shithousier. We know what that means. It means he gives us 100% for the team and will go the extra mile. We'll come back to that. Zoe's saying here, yes, the dream team, front two strikers, OMONDI, Mr. B, like Niall Quinn. Yeah, I like that. Hi, Zoe Media House, by the way. Hi, Anthony Herbert. We've been speaking, haven't we, Herbert, on Twitter, on WhatsApp. He says, tea is Friday, like have a bourbon, like Mr. B. Yes, we've got our mugs out. Zoe's saying, hi, Jeff, lovely. Ed Mayhem in the house. Now, Ed Mayhem's coming all the way down from Birmingham to play in this game. You guys had your opportunity. Ed Mayhem seized the day, and he's going to have a trial as well. So if he's that good, he could play for my Sunday team every week. I would pay for his transport down. Are you excited to see Ed Mayhem on the pitch?
I am. He said he was up for it from the beginning. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing his silky skills.
Good. We like Brummies in the team. All Man United association with Brummies. We had Pat. Who's it? Paddy came down once from Birmingham to London for one of our shows, live shows, and also CALLULA is from that region as well. She's come down a couple of times. Solo told me that he would be up front. Yeah, by the way, let me just put this out here, guys. I spoke to Solo today on the phone, and he was going on chat, everything, but we was avoiding the real point. And because he was drifting me away from conversation, I kept wanting to ask him, Solo, are you there this week? Are you there this week? And then I almost forgot before I put the foot down. I set my phone down. In the end, I said, Solo, you've given me all the waffle. Are you coming on Sunday? And he's like, but I can't play. Oh, but I don't know. I don't want to get injured. Oh, but I thought, no, Solo. No, Solo. We're not having that. I wish you were there, Mr. B. Should have been a three-way call like we used to.
I am not having that, because I spoke to him and he said he's talking about boots and shin pads. Shin pads cost £7. You can go to Sports Direct and get shin pads. Yeah. And I'm sure there's going to be man with big enough foot to hold Solo's trainers. So he'll be fine. He will be fine.
Zoe Media House is also from Birmingham as well. So, yeah, big up to you, all you Brummies out there. And it's going to be 1-0 to Man United agenda. Monday, Juma header, like Maguire. I'm telling you, okay, we're going to find out. So that's the intro, guys. Obviously, we've had a bit of a bad week. We lost against Brighton. And, not happy about that. Last minute. Also had a last minute against Arsenal away from home, didn't we? And our away form, Mr. B, has not been the best. And we're away again at West Ham. So just quickly, I just want to ask you, Mr. B, and I'm going to go back to Jared Bowen as well. What's wrong with us this season? Because a couple of years ago, with Ollie, we couldn't lose away. We had a great record. But but
then we were trash at home. I'd rather we win at home. I think the fact that we make Old Trafford a fortress helps. I mean, look, as bad as our form is, we're fifth in the league. We're fifth in away form in the Premier League. As bad as we've been, our form is fifth, so that's probably why we are as high as we are in the league, to be fair. But right. I don't know if Ten Hag has to tweak something or show teams a little bit more respect, because the first couple you understand, and then before you know it, when you're hearing that we haven't won against the top 9, you look at it and think, oh, you're joking, but yeah, it really is. It really is. So what position are West Ham in? 13th?
They're down there like 5 off the bottom. So that'd be.
I don't even want to talk. I couldn't even predict it on one day. I don't want to embarrass myself, man. The Brighton game, I'll be honest. The Brighton game nearly broke me yesterday. Wow. I didn't see it live. I saw obviously the rerun, and it hurt just as much as if I'd seen it live. To be fair, we just get over the line. All we need to do is get over the line.
It's shocking, isn't it? I mean, I thought Luke Shaw had a tremendous game in defence, and then just as you think, right, that's the last corner. I'm looking at my watch. Let's clear this out and win and get our point. And then that happens. I didn't even see it live. It's only when I watched it on VAR. Big up to Bill Badger as well. He's in the house. He's saying here, heavy and slow, a bit thick. I don't know. What's he talking about there? I don't know. I don't want to sort of guess there. But Football Waffles in the house as well, saying big up to everyone in the chat and ourselves. Ed Mayhem saying, hey, Zoe, big up. Big up also Solo not having that Man-U tactical guidance needed.
Look who's in the chat. Look.
Here we go. Solo's in the house. Now, as I was saying, Solo, we spoke to you earlier and you were umming and ahhing about the game. Maybe ain't got shin pads. Oh, I don't know if I should play. Oh, maybe I'll just be on the bench, or maybe I'll just turn up. Mr. B's here to back me up from what I was saying earlier. Mr. B, do you want to have a go at him quickly?
Yeah, you need to be turning up. You need to be turning up. This is the inaugural match. I don't care if you play for 20 minutes. Yeah? You better turn up. I swear. Solo, you're in the chat. Yes. 1, 2, 3 comments. Oh, look. Look, no more comments now. You know what? Let's see if there's any more comments from Solo. He's going to say he jumped in and jumped on and didn't hear anything. We'll see. Don't worry. He'll be there on Monday. Trust me. He will be there.
Jeff's backing us up there. He said he better represent because he can't be there. Anyway, guys, obviously, Jeff asked to start the show, Mr. B. This one's for you. Jared Bowen, is he someone that Man United should consider?
I don't think so. I don't think he's got enough for me to be there, to be funny, to be fair. No, not Jared Bowen. The fact that he's a moist man's player. No. Yeah.
All right, let's get into this, guys. Team news, playing West Ham, game after game after game. Mr. B, we know your favourite boy. What do you call him? The Sancho Destroyer?
Sancho Slayer.
Your boy's another week gone by, and he's feeling full recovery now. They're just monitoring him, apparently. That's Garnacho, guys, if you didn't know in the comments. Mr. B is one of Mr. B's favourite players. Garnacho's sort of back from injury.
He's back.
Have you heard anything extra with him?
He's back. He's going to be in the squad tomorrow. I've got my nose to the ground, my ears to the ground. Sorry. Yeah, he's going to be back. He's going to be in the squad tomorrow. Would I have him starting? I'm not sure, but he's 100% going to be in the squad tomorrow.
You must know something I don't know because from all reports of my homework I was doing, they're just saying they're monitoring him, meaning that means to me that he's not quite ready. I don't know. But did you see, Mr. B, this is another thing, because you're a big fan. Did you see the video clip of Eric Ten Hag and Garnacho and said something to him? It's like in front of the camera. They were shaking hands and talking about a new contract and what he can achieve, winning the league, winning the World Cup, going far, winning the Champions League. This is what he was saying to his face. So I think that's a big endorsement because I don't see Ten Hag doing that with, say, Pellistri or Elanga or Zidane Iqbal doing something, in public.
He's special. You know when you know you've got something on Monday. You know when you know you've got something. He's got something special there, man. He's going to do whatever he takes to keep him sweet. Look, tied in now. What's the contract? 5 years? 4 years?
Yeah.
He's gonna blossom, man. He's gonna blossom under Ten Hag.
So as we know, Garnacho could be back. We're talking about McTominay, Donny van der Beek, Varane and Martinez. They're definite no-nos. Isn't that right?
Yep. Question: Does anybody know what the issue with McTominay is? Because they haven't said. You normally hear whether it's back or neck or foot or thigh or whatever.
Yeah,
it's been really quiet on his injuries. On his injury, to be fair.
Maybe someone in the comments can help us out with that one. Emma's saying here, Garnacho is quite young. I wouldn't rush him back and risk another injury or irritate already existing injury. So there you go. Yeah. All right, I'll just go for some West Ham team news because obviously I watched them play the other night. They were playing against Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, Man City. Sorry, they played against Man City. And they've done a good job defensively, considering Rice was out and Surchek was out as well, and also Zuma's out for a long time. He won't be playing. And Samaka, the Italian striker, who's come and I thought would get some glory this season, hasn't really played much, to be honest, but he's out as well. So they're going to assess Souček and Rice, and that's their main midfield. It's like losing a whole chunk of your midfield, which for us would be great if they don't play. But I thought they played all right against Man City the other day, held out until the end as much as they could. What do you think about Rice and Souček as a big force in midfield? They've been great last couple of seasons.
Last couple of seasons, not this season. I think both of them have fallen off a cliff. Rice has been consistently 7, maybe 7.5, but Souček, good grief. This season he hasn't been great. And the fact that they've had a rest, all right, regardless if they were sick or whatever, they didn't run around for 90 minutes, so they've had a rest.
Yeah.
That's the part of it that I'm worried about. West Ham have hit a half-decent vein of form. And Antonio now has started beasting man again now. Earlier on in the season, he was quiet. Now he seems to be able to run past the defenders with the ball. Obviously he's strong anyway. Man are bouncing off him again now. So I think that may be something that we probably have to look at, to be fair. But
Mr. B, yeah. I heard a rumor. I don't know what you think about this because obviously it's like a lot of psychological thing goes on. So West Ham are 4 points clear from relegation. They're not safe. They knew going to play Man City that was a no-no. You're not going to win that game. So I've heard from reliable sources that they dropped Rice and Souček, their main midfield engine room, for that game, thinking they'd bring them back for Man United. So if they do start, I'm going to think, well, what kind of injury was that they weren't even included in the squad for Man City? Did they really hold them back for the Man United game, thinking we can get something?
It's easier points. Well, I hope that's what Ten Hag is telling the players. Whether that's true or false, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it might get under their skin because at the moment, they're turning up and they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing away from home.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the team selection. What we know so far. Obviously, by the time the team sheet comes out an hour before the game, we're all like this, and we just don't know, do you, what's going to start. But someone who does have inside information is Solo. And that's why every game we do a Solo 11. Now, Solo puts it out there. He's bold with his team. And he, as he says here in the comments, he said, just play, or I think he's saying play 11 threads, OMONDI. He hasn't done that today. Let's go through this team. This is Solo 11. I like the new name for Rush Rod. Rush Roy.
Oh,
It's like
sorry.
hemorrhoid or something.
It's been a long week. I did that. Apologies.
Oh, you.
yeah, I
How do you pronounce that new name? It's like a apartment. Fortina, the new Ford Rashford, or like a Rashford.
Oh God, trust you to notice, man.
STI. Sleep with the wrong girl. Rashford. Oh dear.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
Let's hope it's not infectious and we get rid of that for next week. Anyway, De Gea in goal. No argument with that, is there? Really?
No, we're not going to argue. Not going to argue.
What do you think? Because Solo's gone with the manager here. He likes this Dalot at left back rather than Malacia because Shaw's playing in there. What do you think? Is that working for us?
I think it is. I really think it is. I think Malacia's form's dropped off a bit. I don't think Dalot deserves to be dropped. And Wan-Bissaka at the moment is playing really well. I still worry about him going forward. We'll talk about that maybe just right at the end of the show. But okay. I think that back four is a 100, back five is a 100% definite.
All right, Emma Cage, before we go into midfield, she's saying not a bad lineup. Sancho and Anthony with Rashford up top looking all right, and they can interchange during play. So that's what she likes there. I think Sabitzer and Casemiro. He started with Fred Casemiro against Brighton. There was no Eriksen. So there's no Eriksen for Solo either. What do you think of this two midfield, Sabitzer and Casemiro? Do you think that's right?
Well, I'm not sure, Fred. We need to try and dominate midfield, and there's no point having man just running around like rats. I think Sabitzer's probably a little bit more controlled on the ball, but he's not as silky on the ball as Eriksen.
Yeah.
It's taken Eriksen a little bit of time, I think, to find his rhythm again, and midfielders now are snapping in at him really, really quick. So I don't think he's up to speed yet, quite up to speed yet. So Sabitzer started. Yep, I would have definitely Sabitzer over Fred, 100% over Fred, and not Bruno. Eriksen maybe comes on, maybe to close the game out.
Okay, like he should have the other day. Anyway, talking to midfield, it's a comment here from Zoe. She's saying when our midfield were out injured or suspended, Bruno played deeper, and that is his best position. I love Bruno, but since the last game, I've made up my mind that Bruno isn't a number 10. We need to sign another quality number 10. Do you want to react to that? Because I want to as well.
And play Bruno
as in the midfield.
Why are you going to move him? I mean, he could do. Don't get me wrong. I understand, but I think they bypassed that number 10 because he was finding Rashford a lot with that deep ball, that quarterback ball that he was playing. So, I mean, I see it, Zoe. I do see it. But number 10s cost a lot of money.
That's true. Jeff saying here, Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro have never lost when they started together. So maybe we should start with these guys. And I'll play Bruno next to Casemiro in a 4-4-2. That would be the midfield. 4-4-2. This is not 1994. But yeah, I hear what she's saying. I would love to see Martial Trout as a number 10 or a false 9. He doesn't make dynamic runs, forward runs, but he has good link-up play. So that's
Eddie. Can I say something to you, Eddie? Yeah. Right now, Martial is a false player. That's the position that he's playing. I want to back him, but he's draining me, man. He's draining me.
Yeah. Doctor saying here, if we're honest, we need about 10 more signings. We're miles off the top. Talking about up top now, we've got Bruno in the centre, which is his typical position. Anthony on the right, who I thought was feisty the other day, could have got sent off. And Sancho, he's put Sancho in with Rashford. I need to go to the clinic. I've got a Rashford. I'm sure it's the DNF. And Sancho on the left. What do you think about that? No, so that means no Martial, no Weghorst, and obviously no Garnacho or Palestri or Elanga or any of those young youths.
Well, look, Anthony, I think Anthony is showing the right the right level of aggression. Obviously, he called it a lot of passion. He said he's going to have to get him to control his passion. That's the words that Ten Hag used.
Okay.
Sancho, I'm still not sure Sancho has done enough to hold down the place, but Rashford playing as a centre forward stretches teams and they fear that. So I think Rashford playing up front, Sancho will have to step up because I said, certain man's going to be on the bench tomorrow, itching to get on. But yeah, I'm liking Rashford up front with Sancho on the left. I think Martial, I think he might be finished on Monday. I really think he might be finished. Right. Yeah, I think he might be finished. What are you thinking about that then?
Well, Bill Badger's saying here, Martial against West Ham would be his preference. He usually plays all right against them, but he dropped hella deep against Brighton and it didn't work. Something Eddie was just saying he should do. I do think Rashford stretches teams. I think that's important, especially away from home. We need to sort of force them back. Like the other day against Brighton, and especially the second half, we sort of dropped off. Didn't have an outlet. Couldn't really get into the game. We need to stretch them, and I think Antony and Sancho are not rapid, but you need someone rapid up there. Martial's not. I agree with you. He's not rapid. He's not sitting on the last man or offering that ball in behind with pace. He seems to be holding back a little bit. Maybe if he had so many injuries, that's probably why. And I do think sort of playing a deeper role does suit him because he comes deep to get the ball. But then he's got once he does that, he needs to get himself on the end of things. And I don't see him doing that so much. So yeah, he's drifting out wide. There's a couple of times against Brighton, he's drifting out wide into the spaces occupied by Rashford or Rashford, and he maybe got the infection. And yeah, he was occupying that space. And I was thinking, well, you're close to cover, do something. But then who's in the box? You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather see. I want to see Martial really push it if he can. But if he's given 100% now, it's like you said, Mr. B.
It's not enough.
It's not enough at the moment.
Yeah, it's not enough.
That's the solo 11. Thanks, guys, for your contributions. Yeah, just a few more comments there saying why not give Eriksen the number 10 position. I don't think he's can offer running in behind so much. He times his run, but he's not quick enough, like Bruno, for example. Another, just to add to what we were saying here, Bill's saying if our number 9 drops deep, you need wingers to come in and firm a sort of two. Our right back and left back can occupy the wingers' spaces. So obviously, if the tight attacker comes deep for the ball, the other guys need to be a bit narrow and play. The wingers need to be a bit narrow and come in and occupy the two centre backs. Maybe saying there, or make those runs from out to in a way. Yeah, let's go to prediction times, guys, because it's time to wrap this up. Prediction. Obviously, we know who's playing for West Ham. We know who's out. Sorry, Sumaka and Kurt Zuma. West Ham are in a relegation fight. They have got breathing space. They've got 4 points, but still, they can't rely on that. This is a home game for them. Obviously, it's massive. Just to remind Solo, last year we went to London Stadium, and it was our first game that we did reporting from. We went to London Stadium. It was a beautiful day, and we were set up camp, and we saw the Manx, the Man United fans coming in, and they were all off their heads, to be honest. And, I don't know. We have to show about away days because some of these fans, they turn up without any tickets. So, well, why did you bother coming down? And then you see, there's 3 guys. One of his mates jumped in, sneaked in. The other 2 was like, oh, man, we'll wait for him. But they were all off their heads. And the West Ham fans are really kind of like typical. It's like I was back in the 1980s with their Pringles shirts, walking around tough guys, you know. They love all that, don't they? But it's a real experience for me. And you can see on our channel, we can see the reports that we did with it. It was a bit of a nightmare that day. But yeah, we won. I think it was Jesse Lingard came on and scored. This was last season. Jesse Lingard came on, scored late, and we saved the penalty, I believe. Or they missed the penalty late on. Ronaldo might have scored as well. But anyway, yeah, we beat them last time we were at the London Stadium. I think, with everything that we've been said, obviously the away form, we've not beaten teams in the top half of the table. West Ham are down the bottom. I think West Ham maybe trying a psychological thing with Rice. We'll probably see Rice and Souček, even though they were left out the other day. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think we can win 2-1 like we did last time. Mr. B.
I can't. I want to be positive on Monday, but our away form and our midfield is just so dead for whatever reason. I'm going to go 2-2. Yeah, I'm
That's not
worried.
good for our top 4 hopes, though, bruv. We need to reach.
No, I know. I know. The Brighton game, that Brighton game, for whatever reason, it's like they don't want it. They always do. They just never make anything easy. They just drag things out, want to stretch it out like the transfer, stretch it out to the last game, get it more exciting. They want more tweets. They want more hashtags. No, just get the job done. Get the job done. I think we're going. I do think we're going to get there, but I think it's going to be the home. I think it's going to be the home games that games that get us through. So I'm going to go 2-2.
Well, just quickly, what do you think of Luca Paquetá?
Paquetá? I don't think he's done anything this season. I don't think he's done much. I expected him to be more. I expected to see. Look how Bruno Ramirez is coming.
Yeah.
And that's what Casemiro's coming. Boom, set it alight. I expected him to be like that, but maybe come next season if he's still there. Maybe
what do you guys think in the comments about Luca? What's the name?
Paquetá.
I think he's brilliant. I watched him against City the other day. He was doing some things in midfield. I thought, okay, you're a good player. He's got a lot of talent. But we'll see what he brings against Man United. Anyway, we've got some score predictions from our favourite guys. Jeff saying 3-1 United. We just need to finish our chances, which we are creating a lot of chances. Ed Mayhem saying 3-1 as well. That's Solo's favourite scoreline. 2-2 agrees with you, Mr. B. That's from Andy Herbert. And Bill's off, but he said 2. Going back to his 2-2, fed up of being positive. We've got another one here from Emma. Sorry, she's saying 3-0. Need to get back to that. That's right. Any more score lines I can see here, guys? Box is saying, let's be real. We beat teams at Old Trafford 1-0, but scraping by. Why are we going to beat teams away 3-0? Interesting comment there. Really interesting. 1-0 says Solo. Away form is away record. Remember Solo, we were there last year? And no rest for the wicked. Enjoy the takeaway. I'll watch from home from work.
There's no takeaway tonight, guys. Work's been battering me, and I just cannot do the 2 shows. So I will be back on Sunday to do a watch along. And then we'll get the takeaway up and running next week when my work life settles down a bit. But apologies if you were looking forward to it. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, honestly, sorry. Yeah. I can't. My brain can't handle it. Apologies.
Just a shout here. West Ham is still in Europe, remember? So Emma's saying here, West Ham might rest players for the conference. Still a tough day game, though, for sure.
Do you know what? Do you think they would take... See, the thing is, I think West Ham are going to be safe. But do you think they would take the chance in resting players for a tournament? I mean, they probably will get to the final that they might not get to the final in.
Yeah. I'll be supporting them. I think we're out now of Europe. I think Man City is just left in the Champions League. So I just think, West Ham, come on, I'll get them behind them in Europe. But this weekend, it's a Sunday to Thursday. I think they've got time to rest their players. Not rest, there's long enough rest. I think they'll play the strongest team against us. They're hoping. Because they get their 3 points, I'm sure that'll be enough for them. They'll be close. They'll be 37 points, which 40 points is clear, isn't it? So I think if they do win, I think they'll be gunning for us this week. And if they do beat us, they'd have bragging rights. And it won't be looking good for us. I just one more question, Mr. B, before I sign out, and to the people in the comments. Since Liverpool closing the gap, since Brighton now closing the gap, and Aston Villa, who we beat, luckily the other week, wasn't lucky winning against them. But I'm just saying, luckily for us, we got the points on them. Is there a top 4 race on at the moment?
No, I still don't think there's a top 4 race. I don't. Liverpool have got a game in. We've got a game in hand on Liverpool, and they're 4 points behind us. I mean, Liverpool would have to keep on winning, which they haven't done. Yeah, they've won 5 in a row, and their fans, we're back. It's only 5 games, and you're still only going to play Europa League football. Brighton won't have enough games with their 2 games in hand. They won't have enough games to do it. They're going to be doubling up in a week, and if they got one of the games, I'm sure one of the games is pretty difficult. To be fair, I mean, Arsenal have got Newcastle this week, so I just think that it's not over. But we need to win. We need to get that win as soon as possible.
Most certainly. All right, guys. I hope we do get the win. Don't forget to join us on Sunday for the watch along and obviously the post-match show. We've been the Man United Agenda. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Mr. B, I will see you Sunday.
Oh, Sherbet. I've just had a thought.
Go on.
We're talking about doing this bloody watch along.
Oh, sugar.
We're going to be
Oh.
actually telling you, we won't see you for the watch along then.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, we're going to do the react. Look, we'll work it out. Look, there will be something. I just see what happens.
We have to give some sort of improvisation style, watch along or something like that.
You know what I wonder? We are so funny.
Oh God! Right. I never considered. Bilal, how you doing? He said he wants Champions League football. Ed is saying here, great show, guys. Thank you so much, Ed. Go and check out his channel, of course. And Solo, the final word for me, saying if we keep playing the way we are, 100% there's a top 4 race on, definitely. So we need to improve, most certainly. Do a live show from the West Ham Stadium. We'd be miles away. We're west. We are West London. They are east in Stratford. So it's too far for us to get there. And do a preview show from the ground maybe after our performance against Liverpool. Maybe
if we could walk and talk.
Yeah, let's see. But mate, guys, that's the thing. Tune in this weekend. Sunday we're playing Liverpool. That's another big game. So 2 big games to look forward to today. You'll hear about us, the result, at some point, and hopefully we have some good news for you. But come on, United, let's beat West Ham and secure this top 4 shot for us, guys. We can sign out now. Have a lovely bank holiday. It's the King's coronation or whatever's going on there. Let's just enjoy our sports. See you later, guys.